But there's another crisis in the making. Last month, two supermarket chains, Kroger and Albertsons, announced their plans for a $24.6 billion merger. This proposed merger has very widespread, concerning, and dangerous implications across the country, but particularly right here at home in Washington State and in Seattle. If this merger goes through, Seattle will be one of the places that is most impacted. We're standing between a Safeway right over there and a QFC. Safeway is under the Albertsons umbrella, QFC is under Kroger's. If these two giants merge, I am deeply concerned about the resulting effects on competition in the grocery industry, on the likely rising prices for consumers in a time of tremendous hardship, on smaller grocery businesses who simply can't compete with giants, and on the effect on labor markets and wages. I am the proud vice chair of the Antitrust Subcommittee of the Judiciary Committee in the House of Representatives, and I've been following the effects of market concentration on competition, on consumer prices, and on employee wages and bargaining power for a couple of years. In a 2019 study in the Review of Finance, the study found that over the past 2 decades, more than 3/4 of U.S. industries have grown more concentrated. As fewer larger players have controlled more of the market, markups for essential products have tripled. And the bottom line is this: when industries consolidate and concentrate into the hands of just a few big players, consumer choice dissipates, prices go up for working people while the pockets of CEOs and wealthy shareholders get padded, employment choices for workers go down, and with the lack of mobility, wages also go down. This is a pattern that the Antitrust Subcommittee has been investigating. Our 16-month investigation of the big four big tech companies for anti-competitive behavior yielded a bipartisan package passing through committee, of which one was my Ending Platform Monopolies bill. The Albertsons-Kroger merger is another example of market concentration that must be investigated closely. And that is why today, just 15 minutes ago, I released a letter to the Federal Trade Commission Chair, Lina Khan, asking her to do that investigation. My letter outlines a number of concerns around effects of the merger on competition, workers, and consumers that have actually been a concern for some time. It was almost a decade ago when the FTC did a report that found that concentration in the grocery industry resulted in significant increases in consumer prices. The COVID pandemic has exacerbated those effects, with customers paying significantly higher prices for basic necessities, even while major U.S. corporations reported record profits. In fact, Kroger saw its net earnings for the first 2 quarters of 2020 jump to more than $2.031 billion, almost double the profit from the same period a year earlier. Working in a grocery store used to be the epitome of a good middle-class job. A job that would allow you to have a family, a roof over your head, money to send the kids on to a better life than you had, and some savings for your retirement. Today, despite the enormously wonderful efforts of the union, this is still far too rarely the case. Too many grocery workers today are homeless or barely surviving, relying on food stamps and other public aid as a result of companies' low pay and lack of comprehensive benefits. And yet still, Kroger's CEO, just for comparison, made $22 million in 2020, more than 900 times as much as the median worker. Merging these stores will only drive down wages even further, as workers will have little choice of employers and less ability to bargain for higher wages or better working conditions.